West 2 News investigative reporter Greg Fox live at Embry-Riddle University in Daytona, where we just found out Captain Jonathan Campos went to school. So, Greg, you've been speaking with experts there about how this could really be a long and complicated investigation.
Well, it certainly could be. I mean, this is really not something that is usual. You have a number of civilian investigative agencies that are then going to be partnering with a number of agencies under the Pentagon. So this is rare, and it's something that could be a long, slow process.
Of course, I was shocked, just like the rest of our nation. Shocked that something like this could have happened.
Dr. Michael McCormick is the former vice president of the Federal Aviation Administration's Air Traffic Organization and an air traffic management professor at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. He believes that because a civilian aircraft and military chopper were involved in Wednesday night's D.C. air tragedy, that the investigation may be as comprehensive as any in history. His sources tell him that the Army chopper was flying a well-known route in airspace by Reagan Airport, but that the busy area can be confusing.
Aircraft can be lost at a low altitude within all the lights that are coming from the various buildings around Washington, D.C. And one of the things I encourage everybody is don't jump to conclusions.
Aviation experts say right away the flight data recorders, so-called black boxes on every aircraft, will be examined, along with the cockpit voice recorders to understand the minutes and seconds leading up to the collision. Then comes interviews with the air traffic controllers who were directing the pilots. Because a collision between a military aircraft and a passenger plane is so rare, two separate investigations are going to be done. One by the National Transportation Safety Board with help from the FAA, and one by the Army. While they're expected to work collaboratively to examine the wreckage and records on pilot and controller experience, military protocols may slow the flow of information from the Pentagon.
The military report will probably come out within about a month. They typically take about 30 days. Unfortunately, that is a privileged report, and the public will not get to see that. On the NTSB side of the house, their preliminary report will typically come out within 2 weeks and should include a lot of data.
The FAA says so-called next-gen capabilities are now integrated throughout the U.S. national airspace system to try and prevent crashes. But Dr. McCormick says with the vast number of low-tech small aircraft, the older legacy system must remain, and in his view, the best technology would not have made a difference here.
It would not have prevented this unfortunate event.
And again, that was Dr. Mike McCormick, an instructor at Embry-Riddle University. One thing that all of our experts agree on, the full investigation of this crash will take likely a year or longer. Covering Volusia County live at Daytona Beach International Airport, Greg Fox, West 2 News.